Welcome to Quest Briefs, the show where we dive into the latest discussions, theories, and updates about the treasure hunt. There's treasure inside. I'm your host, The Wolf, and I'll be your guide as we break down the chatter surrounding Jon Collins Black's brilliant and cryptic treasure hunt. Over the past week, the community has been buzzing with activity. The discussions range from cryptograms and word grids to intriguing locations in Ohio and the symbolism of lions. With every passing day, the theories are getting bolder and more creative, showing just how passionate and collaborative treasure hunters can be. So whether you're a seasoned treasure hunter or just joining the chase, we've got something for you. If you find the show helpful and like the content, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Let's dive right in. We're kicking off this week's brief with the Past and Future box, one of the most discussed treasure boxes on Discord. Over the past week, the community explored cryptic clues, creative theories, and cultural layers tied to this enigmatic treasure. Let's get to it. One of the week's recurring clues: under, over, in between. What does it mean and how does it connect to the treasure? Many hunters took the phrase at face value, speculating on its potential physical or geographic references. Some key ideas included bridges and paths. The phrase could indicate a location beneath a bridge, under, atop a hill or peak, over, and potentially between two landmarks, in between. Specific landmarks like Clarksville Bridge and the Three Sisters Peaks were highlighted for their alignment with this idea. Directional paths. Several hunters theorized that the phrase could imply a sequence of movements, first navigating under something, then over, and finally into a middle area. This interpretation resonated with geographic features like valleys, streams, and ridges. Environmental markers. Discussions included water as a potential clue element, with some suggesting the box might be hidden near creeks, lakes, or quarries. Another topic of discussion this week was geographic and visual clues. Ohio remained a focal point for geographic clues this week. Here's a snapshot of the community's discoveries. Locations discussed: Clarksville Bridge, tied to Wilma Rudolph's chapter in Muhammad Ali's medal, evoking strong narrative connections. Nimasilla Creek and quarries, suggested as potential locations due to proximity to water and unique landmarks. Environmental considerations. Seasonal factors like snow and ice were debated for their potential to obscure clues or make box retrieval difficult. These clues reinforce the importance of understanding the terrain and how environmental elements might interact with the treasure. Another fascinating discussion emerged this week with 3 as a magic number, a classic schoolhouse rock song. The song's lyrics, emphasizing sequences and balance, were compared to the phrase's structure. Some speculated that it hinted at a triadic approach to solving clues or tied directly to the 3 words in the phrase. Could 3 as a magic number be a playful hint? The idea that the phrase might require 3 perspectives, or even 3 steps to solve, added an exciting layer to the puzzle. Inspired by Ready Player One, members noted parallels to the third gate solve, where restructured song lyrics led to the key. This fueled theories about rearranging or interpreting the phrase beyond its literal meaning. Next up was title analysis, the Past and Future box. The title also offered plenty to think about. Some members connected it to themes of duality and time, drawing parallels to the Once and Future King. Others proposed metaphorical meanings tied to treasure types. The symbolisms past, represented by physical treasures like gold coins. Future, represented by digital currencies like Bitcoin. Whether referencing historical and futuristic treasures or hinting at time itself, the title's meaning remains one of the week's most discussed topics. Finally, let's dive into the cryptography. This week saw exciting experiments in masking and layering clues. Techniques that were discussed: checkerboarding, alternating letters, and compass overlays featured prominently. Aligning cryptogram outputs, like rail and lyre, with geographic or thematic elements was a hot topic. While no major breakthroughs were reported, these experiments reflect the community's commitment to innovative problem solving. This week's discussions on the Past and Future box revealed how creativity, collaboration, and curiosity drive the hunt. From song lyrics to cryptographic grids, the community's efforts are laying the groundwork for future discoveries. If you have a theory or insight, share it below or with the Discord community. Our next treasure box is the Forest Fenn box. Over the past week, the Discord community speculated with theories and connections, echoing the spirit of Fenn's original chase. Let's explore what the discussions revealed. A recurring topic was the thematic overlap between Fenn's original chase and this box. Community members drew comparisons between the cryptic nature of Fenn's poem and the clues provided in this hunt. Several key points emerged. The symbolic locations. Discussion focused on locations tied to Fenn's treasure, like Yellowstone and the Rockies, as potential metaphoric or literal connections. Participants speculated that the box might mirror Fenn's approach by being hidden in a place rich with personal or historical meaning. The environmental considerations, the significance of nature, rivers, mountains, and forests, was heavily debated, with some suggesting the box might also lie in a natural, untouched environment. Cryptographic exploration. From the poem to the word search, cryptography became a central focus. Here's how the community applied these techniques to the Forest Fenn box. Anagrams and shifts. Phrases like brave and in the wood were dissected for hidden meanings. Anagrams of specific words were tested for directions or coordinates. Subtle letter shifts were explored, with members debating whether encoded messages might reveal critical hints. Grid alignments. Some participants overlaid maps of the Rockies or Yellowstone on the word search grid to identify potential geographic alignments. Literary and historical themes. One of the most intriguing discussions centered on the symbolic elements of Fenn's original chase. This led to fascinating theories about the Forest Fenn box's narrative layer. Poetic echoes. Members noted that the cryptogram's phrasing mirrored Fenn's poetic style, leading to questions about whether the box's location might hold similar lyrical resonance. Fenn's personal history. A lively debate emerged over whether knowledge of Fenn's biography, his favorite locations, quotes, and artifacts might be key to solving this box. Geographic focus. One of the more focused discussions revolved around the Rockies. Here's what the community uncovered. The Yellowstone connection. Historical ties to Fenn's life and legacy made Yellowstone a prime suspect for the box's location. Natural features, rivers, hot springs, and forested areas were mentioned as ideal hiding spots that would resonate with Fenn's ethos of nature preservation. Fenn's poem as a model. Fenn's famous poem also served as inspiration for decoding. Members hypothesized that its rhythm, structure, or themes might parallel the cryptogram or other clues in this hunt. Despite the progress, challenges remain. Here are the key unresolved questions about the Forest Fenn box. Does the box replicate Fenn's method of physical concealment, or does it adopt a new twist? How do the cryptographic elements integrate with the physical geography? Is deeper knowledge of Fenn's life and treasures essential, or is it just a thematic homage? The Forest Fenn box embodies the heart of treasure hunting, adventure, intellect, and the allure of the unknown. Whether it lies in the Rockies or draws symbolic parallels to Fenn's work, one thing is clear: this hunt honors the legacy of a true pioneer. Our next treasure box on the list is the Pokemon box, a fan favorite among many hunters. This week, the community tackled clues and shared theories, all with a touch of nostalgia for the beloved Pokemon franchise. Let's dive into what made this box the talk of the server. Fabergé connection and artistic imagery. The Pokemon box was frequently linked to the Fabergé egg, a detail many believe symbolizes rarity, craftsmanship, and perhaps even the shape of a Pokeball. Discussions speculated that the box might contain a treasure tied to Pokemon's themes of collection, such as unique cards or commemorative items. Some sleuths drew parallels between Pokemon eggs in the games and the idea of hatching or unlocking a clue, pointing to potential interpretations about patience and care as metaphors for solving the box. The role of maps in geography. The community explored geographic connections, hypothesizing whether the Pokemon box could be tied to real-world locations reminiscent of iconic Pokemon regions. A few creative minds even tried to link specific U.S. landmarks to in-game locations, such as Viridian Forest or Mount Moon, looking for parallels between nature and treasure placement. Others noted that Pokemon's original tagline, "Gotta catch 'em all," could imply that clues might span across multiple states or regions, encouraging wide-reaching exploration. Digital and physical duality. A lively debate emerged about whether the Pokemon box represents a bridge between the digital and physical worlds, much like the Pokemon games themselves. Could the box's clues reference augmented reality experiences such as Pokemon Go? Or is there a simpler tie to real-world Pokemon events, such as tournaments or community days? The mix of virtual and tangible connections remains a topic of spirited speculation. Pop culture and Pokemon lore. Fans also examined lore from the Pokemon franchise, such as legendary creatures and their ties to elements like fire, water, and electricity. These connections raise questions about whether the box's clues are elemental in nature, potentially referencing physical features like waterfalls, mountain ranges, or forests. The server crackled with theories about specific Pokemon that might serve as symbolic hints. Zapdos for high places, Dugtrio for underground, and Lapras for water-based locations. Collaborative efforts and community highlights. The community worked together to unravel cryptic phrases and riddles related to the Pokemon box. A popular theory suggested that some word puzzles mirrored Pokemon's type matchup logic, requiring an understanding of strengths and weaknesses to decipher them. One hunter pointed out a potential tie between the colors and symbols on the box and Pokemon's game design, inspiring others to think about color theory and pattern recognition. The Pokemon box continues to inspire creativity and collaboration within the community. Whether it's drawing on the nostalgia of Pokemon games or exploring the deeper symbolic meanings of its clues, this box is a testament to the enduring allure of blending treasure hunting with pop culture. Our next stop is the Appalachian box, a treasure rumored to be nestled somewhere along the historic Appalachian region. With its expansive trails and rich history, the Appalachian box spurred discussions filled with geographical insights, cryptographic theories, and cultural references. Let's unpack what the community discovered. The Appalachian Trail was a major focal point in the discussion. Spanning 14 states from Georgia to Maine, this iconic route provided endless possibilities for speculation. Hunters debated whether the box might be near popular landmarks like McAfee Knob, the Smoky Mountains, or Harper's Ferry. Some theorized that the box could be hidden in a less traveled area, aligning with the idea of finding beauty in overlooked spaces. Discussions highlighted clues that could correspond to trail markers, geographic features, or historical locations tied to the Appalachian region. Several participants analyzed cryptograms linked to the Appalachian box, focusing on hidden codes in the book's text or imagery. A key theory revolved around mapping cryptographic outputs to the trail itself, with certain letters or numbers aligning to mile markers or coordinates. Others explored the possibility that the Appalachian box's clues might require topographical interpretations, using elevation changes or contour lines to decode the riddle. Could the phrase over, under, in between relate to the undulating terrain of the Appalachians? It's a theory that gained traction during the week. The Appalachian region is known for its stunning natural beauty, and hunters speculated that the box might be tied to specific flora, fauna, or natural phenomena. For instance, references to Appalachian spring wildflowers or autumn foliage sparked discussions about the timing of the hunt. Mentions of hidden streams led to speculation about clues tied to water sources or hidden waterfalls. Animal imagery, particularly bears and hawks, was considered as a symbolic link to potential locations. Folklore and cultural connections. Drawing on the region's rich folklore, some hunters hypothesized that the Appalachian box might involve stories of mountain spirits, ghost towns, or legendary characters like Daniel Boone. This led to creative interpretations of clues that could tie to local myths or historic events. Additionally, the Appalachian Mountains' significance as a cultural crossroads sparked discussions about integrating music, poetry, or storytelling traditions into the treasure's narrative. Collaboration and debates. The community worked together to narrow down possibilities, but the Appalachian box sparked passionate debates about methodology. Some hunters advocated for boots on the ground, BOTG searches along the trail, while others emphasized the importance of digital research to refine locations before venturing out. Highlights of collaboration included sharing trail maps, historical documents, and first-hand accounts of Appalachian landmarks. One contributor's suggestion to overlay historical routes with modern trails ignited a productive line of inquiry. The Appalachian box continues to challenge hunters with its combination of natural beauty, historical intrigue, and cryptographic puzzles. Whether through trail exploration or unraveling folklore, this box captures the spirit of adventure that defines treasure hunting. Next, we'll turn to our final box, the lion's share, and explore how its mystery is captivating the community. As we wrap up this week's brief, we delve into the largest and most tantalizing of the 5 treasures, the lion's share. This box, said to contain the most significant treasure of them all, has become a symbol of ultimate discovery. Over the past week, the community has engaged in heated debates, shared creative theories, and proposed bold ideas. Here's a breakdown of where we stand. Decoding the name and concept. The name lion's share became a major talking point. Treasure hunters speculated about its symbolic meaning, drawing connections to strength and leadership, reflecting the lion as a regal and powerful figure, perhaps hinting at the box's central placement or prominence in the hunt. A disproportionate reward. The phrase lion's share implies receiving the largest portion, sparking ideas that this box holds a treasure of unmatched value. Cultural ties. Lions appear in various mythologies and heraldry, potentially pointing to locations or historical contexts tied to the treasure. Many Discord members debated the actual size of the lion's share box, especially given its reputation as the largest. Discussions revolved around the practicality of hiding a larger object versus the idea that its contents might be metaphorically or symbolically big. Speculation on whether the treasure could include gold bars, historical artifacts, or even a collection of smaller items representing unity. Concerns about the box's durability and protection from environmental factors, especially if hidden in an outdoor location. The hunt for the lion's share took hunters across a variety of terrains and regions. Key theories included historical landmarks. Many believed the box could be hidden in a place of great historical significance, such as a battlefield, an iconic monument, or a site tied to past civilizations. Natural wonders. Others suggested it might rest in a striking natural setting, such as a cave, mountain, or vast plain, evoking the lion's domain in the wild. Urban centers. A few speculated that the box could be hidden in plain sight within a major city, perhaps near a statue, library, or museum tied to the lion theme. The lion's share also generated a wealth of cryptographic analysis, with participants investigating repeated symbols or phrases in the book that might hint at the box's coordinates. Overlaying cryptograms and ciphers onto maps to identify possible intersections or patterns. Testing whether the lion clue could relate to star charts or celestial navigation, drawing on the constellation Leo for inspiration. Symbolism and storytelling. The story behind the lion's share box inspired creative interpretations. Some hunters focused on the symbolic journey of a lion as a protector or leader, weaving this into the treasure's narrative. Others explored allegories from literature or mythology, such as Aesop's fable, or the lion's role in the Chronicles of Narnia, seeking parallels in the hunt structure. References to courage and leadership resonated with hunters, who saw the lion's share as the culmination of a quest requiring both intellect and bravery. The lion's share brought out the best in the community, with participants pooling knowledge and resources to tackle the challenge. Highlights included sharing historical documents, maps, and cultural references to refine theories. Thought-provoking debates about the symbolism of the lion and its implications for treasure placement. Encouragement for both digital sleuths and on-the-ground explorers to contribute their insights. The lion's share represents the heart of the treasure hunt, a blend of mystery, adventure, and reward. As theories evolve and new clues emerge, the community edges closer to unraveling its secrets. That concludes our exploration of the 5 treasure boxes. Remember, each box is part of a larger puzzle, and every discussion brings us closer to discovery. Stay curious, stay collaborative, and keep the spirit of adventure alive. Until next time, happy hunting.
The heartbeat of adventure, we reveal it. One step closer to the prize. Together we'll find it. There's treasure inside. Let's breathe, we dream, we strive. We're giving you insights to the hunt's alive. Tune in each week, the journey's our guide. Because we all know there's treasure inside.